Hello, I'm Marco Rubio, and I'm honored to serve the great state of Florida in the United States Senate. Welcome back to Constituent Mailbox, where I go through your emails and letters and pick out 2 or 3 that are indicative of what we're hearing from folks all across the state. We'll read them here and then we'll answer your questions. And we encourage you to continue to send us your emails and your letters. They're very informative and they help us to focus on the issues that are on your mind. So today's letter is about the Zika threat. It's a letter from Wendy, who lives in Hollywood, Florida, and she writes, I'm a resident in Hollywood, Florida, and my daughter is resident in Miami, Florida. My daughter is pregnant and due in November. My family and I are very worried about the mosquitoes carrying the Zika virus that may pose a great risk to those who are pregnant and living in South Florida this summer season. Please do everything you possibly can to eradicate the threat of this devastating virus. I have a cousin from the north who is pregnant and unwilling to visit South Florida because she doesn't want to expose herself to Zika. But what about those who live here? Please spray the Everglades and wherever necessary to protect your constituents. Please let me know how you're planning to resolve this problem. Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Wendy, this is an important issue. In fact, I've been working on it now for weeks. And I can report to you that this week the Senate passed $1.1 billion to deal with the Zika virus. And this is money that's going to go through a number of things. Number one, helping to find a vaccine. We're actually pretty close to a vaccine, which could make all this irrelevant or go away. Number two is to provide more funds to local governments so they can do more to mitigate the threat of mosquitoes. Number three is public awareness. We have to protect ourselves in our own lives. That means don't have water laying around your home outside in buckets after rain or puddles or what have you. Those are the breeding grounds for these mosquitoes. I think there are some innovative ways to go after mosquitoes as well that has been talked about with the cloned mosquitoes, and the genetic science that is being used to that holds a tremendous amount of promise, although it's proven to be controversial in some areas. I think using mosquito repellent is critical as well. Having a commercially available test so that people can be routinely screened for Zika as opposed to having to go through the local health department. All of that is included in this, and this is what we're trying to do. Local governments are going to step up. They're stepping up in Miami-Dade County, where your daughter lives, and doing more. They're actually really cracking down and doing more on mosquito control. But ultimately, the best thing we can do is protect ourselves. Make sure that when you go out during the summer months, you're covered. You're using mosquito repellent if you're going to be outdoors for long periods of time. Do everything we can to protect ourselves from mosquitoes. And it's not just Zika. The mosquito carries all sorts of other diseases that are troubling. I agree with you. This is an urgent matter. We'll continue to work on it. I'm glad that we've made some progress in the Senate. We have to get the House now to vote on an additional amount, and hopefully we can get ahead of this before it becomes a crisis and everything is going to work out well for your family, Wendy. So thank you for that letter. It's an important thing. And thanks to all of you for writing me and for your input on the different issues that we face as a state. I encourage you, please, to continue to write and to email us, because you never know. Next time your letter or email may be the one we read on the air. So again, thank you for this extraordinary opportunity and the blessing that I have, the honor of serving you here in the United States Senate. May God bless all of you. May God bless the great state of Florida. And may God always bless the United States of America.